Okay, this will be a quickie. I got the Galaga part working on the joystick. If you remember, we had a whole lot of slop in the joystick last time, but as you can tell now, it doesn't go up and down at all, and it just goes left and right. I had a friend attempt a quick weld job just to see if it was possible, not because it was like, you know, pristine or anything, but I believe the failure occurs when like this shaft part here disconnects from the arm, from this bracket. I think just from years and years and years of play, it just cracked. It just, you know, that original weld or joint failed. So what we did was just, you know, try and tack it on again, and it seems to be solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in, and then we'll see how it plays. Okay, before I put this thing in, I did forget to mention this. So going left and right, that's pretty good, feels good. There's a little bit of slop. Going up and down, there is still a little slop within the shaft itself. So what we did was form this little metal shim to go around here to give it a little bit of tight, just to tighten it up a little bit. And that seems to work well. So it's hard to see, and you really can't tell until it's, but when it's in there, this doesn't even want to move. You probably wouldn't even need the little E-clip that goes in here. It's so tight with this shim on. So I just forgot to mention that, so I'm gonna continue putting this back together. Okay, so I got the control panel all back in. I'm surprised there's no rolling shutter on this CRT. It's a stable image. It's impressive. So, screen is blown out, don't worry about that. That's not how it looks in real life. There's a little bit of discoloration on the blue at the bottom. It's a little ghosted to the right, it's hard to see. But what we're interested in today is the control. And you can see it's not sitting perfectly straight up. But as long as it goes left when I press left, and right when I press right, that's all I really care about. There's two switches inside here. There's one on the left side, there's one on the right side, and if I happen to hook them up reverse, well, pushing right's gonna go left, pushing left's gonna go right. So, this is our first chance of testing this out. I haven't looked at it before. There's a free play somewhere here. I haven't played this in a long time. There we go. There's a button underneath the coin mech. So we got a credit. We're gonna start. Go right. No, I got them backwards. I got it backwards. Oh man, I gotta take it all apart. This is like playing on hard. It seems to be working okay. It doesn't, the two switches seem to be aligned good enough, well enough that, I don't have any, like it's not staying moving when I let it go. So the alignment of the switches is pretty solid. I had to adjust the moving left switch, which is in fact the moving right switch, because it was closed when the joystick was not being touched. So that wouldn't have worked. This is hard to do. It's like your brain is messed up. I used to play with an inverted mouse in first-person shooters, and everyone looked at me crazy when I did that, but you can get used to it as long as you do it long enough. So I'm sure if I spent, a couple games, I could probably get used to this. But there goes a quarter. That's how it was in the 80s. But I'm glad that there's absolutely nothing, no movement up and down at all. I can't even force it. That shim is perfect. It's tough to get in, and I had to take it out 3 times because I forgot that the joystick has to go down through not only the wood base, but this top piece as well. So I put it in, had it clipped, and then realized I need to take it out. So then I put it in, had it clipped, realized it had to go through this piece, which has to go on last. So I had to do it a third time. But it's working. Unfortunately, it's backwards, so I got to get in there and change the switches. The wires didn't have any muscle memory, so you know how you put things in and you know, especially in pinball, when you have the wires there for 20 some years, they just want to go back to where they were. These didn't, so I don't know if it's been worked on or they're just, you know, they're just not stretched. It didn't feel like they had a natural desire to go anywhere, so I just put them on where I thought they would go, and I didn't take pictures beforehand, so that's a shame. But otherwise, I will have to work on getting to the blue convergence on this. It's probably not going to pick up on camera. It's not going to be able to focus on the light. But at the bottom is ghosted fairly heavily, as if there's just a convergence issue. Bottom left, bottom right, it's pretty bad as well. But right in the middle is fine. No, not really. It looks to be about this far. The stars in the background, you can tell they start turning different colors as they get down. But that'll be next. So for now, this works. I'm gonna switch this up and call it done. Well, I was gonna say it was fixed, but I put it all back together and now this happens. Turn it on. The CRT lights up. Nothing happens. I've disconnected the control panel. I've like wiggled everything around. I got nothing. It just doesn't boot. So I don't know what happened, but such is working on games that are from 1979. Another video, I guess, when I figure it out. See ya.